Hi, my name is Jessie Shaheen, and today I'm going to be discussing how to best support students when it comes to choosing a program and transferring credits from a community college to a four-year university. I will touch on the importance of student engagement, challenges many students face when choosing a program and transferring credits, best practices while advising, and strategies that can help ease the credit transfer process. Student engagement refers to the amount of time, energy, and effort that students are putting forth towards meaningful educational practices at their institution. Student engagement can affect a school's retention and graduation rates, as well as student transfer success. Students seeking a higher education degree are oftentimes looking for a quick, financially feasible way towards career advancement and need proper advice on how to make that happen. The graphic included from research titled Show Me the Way, The Power of Advising in Community Colleges clearly shows that whether it be entering or returning students, college staff and instructors are the biggest source for academic advisement. This data shows that it is important for school staff to have the proper strategies in their toolkit to address challenges that may arise. According to Lauren Schude, an associate professor in educational administration, typical challenges that can lead to reduced student engagement are confusing credit transfer requirements, a lack of support, and financial concerns. These factors, as well as feeling disconnected from advisors or their school community, can impact retention and graduation rates. With that said, there are policies and procedures that can be put into practice to combat these challenges. The first step to increasing student engagement through strong advising practices is to assess the current system of inquiry being used. A popular collaborative practice in community colleges is appreciative advising. According to the website dedicated to the practice, it involves asking generative, open-ended questions that can help students optimize their educational experiences and achieve their goals. By following the student-centered framework shown, advisors will get a full picture of their educational goals and build trust, thus increasing engagement and their likelihood of degree completion. The appreciative advising practice can improve problem solving by creating a supportive environment for students to be active participants in their educational plan, have shared ownership over solutions, and make better academic decisions. Engaging students in this way will help shift their mentality, feeling like challenges are being tackled together instead of on their own. Students currently face many challenges while pursuing their degrees, especially regarding program choice and credit transfers. Regarding program choice, Dr. Anthony Breddy at the American College of Education shared that many community college students are 25 or older and likely employed in some capacity, making location and course format a potential barrier. Course requirements and costs can also be a barrier for first-generation college students or students from underserved populations. Ellie Ashford, an associate editor for Community College Daily, reported that half of students surveyed who were interested in transferring to a four-year institution never used college transfer advising services. The University of Texas Austin's Charles A. Dana Center shared data on student populations often transferring schools, showing that underserved community members pursuing higher education degrees are more likely to encounter challenges that deter them from graduating. Knowledge of resources and using those resources could help combat issues that arise while trying to transfer credits, like a lack of acceptance from the transferring university. This will also help students maximize their finances by ensuring the courses they are enrolling in are necessary for the degree they are pursuing. Academic advising can be extremely effective when regular meetings are held with students and clear academic pathways are laid out and personalized to align with educational goals. These things can easily be accomplished by following the appreciative advising framework. The 6 phases outlined allow for a more inquisitive and collaborative approach that is proven to increase advisor and student success. While engaging in this framework, advisors can also determine what path to best take for students interested in transferring to a four-year university. Students are more likely to be successful when taking advantage of transfer advising services to help determine which transfer pathway best fits their needs. Additional career planning advisement will also ensure that their plan is relevant to their future goals. Appreciative advising is a collaborative process that is a proven method for building trust with students, leading to future successes. When followed, engaging with each student looks similar but can lead down different paths depending on what information is shared. Start by creating a safe, welcoming space to build trust and rapport with students. Advisors should be sure to ask questions that will help them learn about student strengths, skills, and abilities. From there, inquire about their dreams for their future. Next, collaborate with students on how to make those dreams a reality. When delivering on this plan, ensure students are coached through decisions instead of directed. This will encourage ownership over shared decisions and problem solving. Stay available for follow-up and continually support students on their educational journey. Lastly, be sure to motivate students and keep their internal bar set high. Advisors should come to all scheduled meetings ready to be an active listener and respond to students empathetically while keeping a motivational mindset. From there, be reflective to combat challenges and celebrate wins accordingly. Trust is built when students have someone in their corner to help build up their confidence and encourage self-advocacy. By taking this collaborative advising approach, advisors can build trust, teach students to be confident when making decisions, and keep them on track with their educational plan. College and university partnerships play an integral role in students being able to successfully transfer from a community college to a four-year university. According to the Charles A. Dana Center, over 50% of transfer students who obtained a bachelor's degree were unable to have all of their transfer credits apply towards their degree. By working together, these partnerships can create better communication between institutions, reduce credit and financial loss for students, and lead to higher retention and graduation rates. For success, community colleges and universities should have shared goals regarding educational outcomes for students. They also should have articulation agreements in place, which are formal partnerships between two or more schools that ensure credit transfer. Lastly, these partnerships need to stay in constant communication regarding expectations and student updates. Credit acceptance is only a small part of the four-year institution's role when partnering with a community college. University advisors should be engaging with transfer students regularly, giving orientation on their school programs, and providing academic support to students before and after transfer. All parties have a role to play to coordinate a successful student transfer to a four-year university. Advisors play an integral part in ensuring students don't waste their time or money and stay on track for degree completion. Responsibilities start with collaborative academic planning with students and the university transfer advisors. From there, continuous transfer guidance and monitoring student progress is required. Faculty is responsible for ensuring their curriculum aligns with transfer program requirements and providing career guidance and mentorship to students. A student's role is to consistently and regularly meet with their assigned advisors, follow their co-created academic plan, ask questions, and monitor their degree progress. When these groups all cohesively work together, it leads to shared communication, accountability, and continuous support for transferring students. There are many ways to implement transfer advising for students to ensure success. Asheville-Buncombe Technical College assigns all transfer students to a college transfer success course that requires career exploration completion before being assigned to a pathway-specific advisor. The Community College of Philadelphia implemented an intake process that clarifies student goals, career direction, and includes progress tracking and individually designed support. Chaffey College provides students with workshops on college readiness, assessment preparation, financial literacy, and academic success for probationary students. These are just a few ways advisors have found success in accomplishing transfer to a four-year university introduced by Ellie Ashford. To reduce credit loss, policymakers and higher education leaders must, quote, be laser focused on dismantling barriers to the applicability of all credits and verified learning. Colleges and universities can start by collaborating on a common course numbering system for ease of transfer. They also need to evaluate their credit requirements, making sure that the credits being obtained at the community college align with university program requirements. Leaders, advisors, and faculty can all work together to plan ahead and ensure success for transferring students. Based on everything shared today, there are changes that school leadership, faculty, and advisors can implement to increase retention and graduation rates. Start with proactive outreach to prospective and incoming students and be available to provide them with relevant program information. Community College Daily reported on a study sharing that students who had an initial advising session that lasted longer than 30 minutes had higher engagement scores. Taking the time to fully engage in the appreciative advising framework and build trust with students will help them feel comfortable further engaging with faculty and peers, which is confirmed to encourage students to engage further with campus life. Additionally, school advisors not currently following the appreciative advising framework should consider transitioning to this model. Collaborating with students in this way builds trust, teaches problem solving, and creates ownership over a co-created educational plan. Institutions can implement changes by trying to dedicate more resources towards academic advising, given the statistics proving how much of an impact advisors have on students. Collaborating with advisors and dedicating additional resources could lead to successful programs for students, like what is being implemented at Asheville Buncombe Technical College, the Community College of Philadelphia, and Chaffey College. These additional resources could also help with the overwhelming amount of articulation agreements that schools often face, which could lead to even more partnerships between community colleges and four-year universities being possible. More partnerships means more diversity in program choice, providing even more options to meet diverse student needs. Lastly, strong communication between stakeholders, school leadership, advisors, faculty, and partnering school staff can lead to programs that are better equipped to address program choice and credit transfer dilemmas. Trying to implement many changes at once can feel overwhelming, but applying the mentioned strategies a little bit at a time will lead to higher program success rates. For advisors, start by reframing your student advisement meetings to follow the appreciative advising framework. It is a simple shift in conversation structure that can lead to great success for you and students. For transfers, it is also necessary to have university advisors ready to meet with students consistently and implement the same conversation framework to provide continued support. This can start with fostering current relationships with university advisors. Community colleges and four-year universities can begin implementing change by improving the partnerships already in place. Work together to evaluate current courses, determine which are necessary for transfer programs, and create a common course numbering system. Starting in these areas and staying in constant communication with not only each other, but also with academic advisors and faculty will lead to continued program improvement and catch transfer problems before they arise. Everyone at a higher education institution is there to support students on a journey that will hopefully lead to career advancement. Be sure to keep that front of mind while working to improve programs. Here are the sources that were referenced throughout today's presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you for your time.